السلام عليكم. Good evening.
وعليكم السلام. Good evening, Miss. How are you?
الحمد لله, I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
الحمد لله.
How are you, Lubna, Rama?
Alhamdulillah, fine.
Alhamdulillah. How are you all? Have you finished the tests?
No, not yet.
Oh, really? Because I think it's supposed to be finished last week, right?
Right, but we're not finished.
Okay, so how many subjects left?
2.
You still
Or,
have 2 subjects, right?
No,
yes,
Mm-hmm. During this week or next one?
this week. In Thursday and Saturday.
Okay, one in this week and another next one.
Next week, yes.
Uh-huh. Okay. Good luck, inshallah.
Thank you.
you.
Okay, so concerning the attendance, this is session number 10, right?
Yes.
Uh-huh. So we have Rama,
Yes.
Iman, okay, Iman is here or not? I think she's joining. She's trying to join. Iman, can you hear us? Iman Haj Ali.
Here, Prof.
Okay, great. ثريا مدور.
Here, Prof.
Okay, جمعة. Not here. واصل.
Yes, here.
مصعب سرميني.
Yes, here.
مصعب not رؤى. مصعب سرميني here. Yes, I think he's not here. لبنى صباح.
Yes, here.
عبد الغني سكاف. أحمد ريعي.
I'm here.
Okay, great. أساور الساير. آلاء الرشيد.
I'm here.
Okay.
Hello, my teacher.
Hello, آلاء. How are you?
I'm fine,
فضاء.
thank you. I miss you.
Okay, thank you. فضاء. أسماء بلال. سلطان بدوي. محمود يسوف. أحمد هواش. أحمد. Yes. وائل حاج حسين. حاج ياسين سوري.
Yes, here.
نور نصر الله.
Yes, here.
هيثم حسين not here. رؤى سرماني.
Yes, I'm here.
مرام.
Here.
Okay, did I miss anyone?
محمود يسوف.
Mahmoud and Abdul Ghani. I already mentioned the name, but you're trying to join, I think. So Abdul Ghani and Mahmoud Yusuf. Anyone else? Okay. So let's get started. Concerning our course, comprehension, where did we stop last lecture?
At page 14.
Passage number 14?
No, page 14, passage 13.
Passage number 13. Did we have it or not?
Yes.
Okay, so we are supposed to have passage number 14, right?
Right.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I will share the screen. This one, right?
Yes, right.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, please, who can read this passage?
Yes,
Yes, go ahead.
the children next door often play football in the garden and sometimes break my windows. Last Saturday afternoon, I stayed at home and read a book. After a while, I closed my eyes and went to sleep. A sound at the door made me get up quickly. Soon a little boy appeared. Not one of my windows again, I asked. Oh no, answered the boy. Your window was open this time and our ball is in your red room. May we get it, please?
Okay, thank you. Yes, anyone else? Sorry,
Yes,
this one.
can I read?
Yes, go ahead.
The children next door often play football in the garden and sometimes break my windows. Last Saturday afternoon, I stayed at home and read a book. After a while, I closed my eyes and went to sleep. A sound at the door made me get up quickly. The boy appeared. Not one of my window again? I asked. Oh no, answered the boy. Your window was open this time, and our ball is in your bedroom. May we get it, please?
Okay, thank you. I think, yes, Ahmed, go ahead. Yes, Ahmed, are you raising the hand?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, go
The
ahead.
children next door often play football in the garden and sometimes break my windows. Last Saturday afternoon, I stayed at home and read a book. After a while, I closed my eyes and went to sleep. A sound at the door made
Yes, Ahmed, I can't hear you. Can you hear me all?
Yes.
We hear
Yes.
you.
Can you
Yes,
hear
we hear you.
Ahmed while he's reading?
Yes.
Okay, so did you finish, Ahmed?
Yes, I finished. Do I repeat?
No, just the last two lines. I haven't heard you. Could you repeat the
Okay.
last two lines?
Okay. Oh no, answered the boy. Your window was open this time, and our ball is in your bedroom. May we get it, please?
Okay, thank you. I think most of the words in this text are not so difficult. Let's reread it for the last time and see if we have any new vocabulary. The children next door. What the meaning next door?
Neighbor.
Neighbor.
Very good. Neighbor. Very good. Neighbor. Okay. Do you want me to spell the word or to write it in the chat? Okay, so it's neighbor. Yes, right, Mahmoud. So if we write it like just O without U, it's American, okay? And if we put U, OU, it's British. Okay, so both of them are correct. So next door, it's a neighbor. Often play football in the garden and sometimes break my windows. Last Saturday afternoon, I stayed at home and read a book. Okay. Do we pronounce it read or read?
Read.
Read.
I think red
Why read not read?
because
Because
in
it's
past.
past simple.
Very good. So because it's past, and how can I know that it is past? Because we have and. So and it is like a link between stayed and read. So stayed and read because both of them must be what past because the first one is past. So the second one, and we have and between them. So the second one must be past. So and read. Read. It's pronounced read, read, read. Read, read, read. After a while. What's the meaning of a while?
After some time.
After
A period.
Period of time.
Very good. It's a period of time. Thank you. إن بالعامية بنقول شوية وقت. Okay, so after a period of time, it means after a while. I closed, not closed, closed my eyes and went to sleep. A sound at the door made me get up quickly. Soon, a little boy appeared. Not appeared, appeared, appeared. And try to pronounce P as not B, it's P. Appeared, appeared. Okay? What's the meaning of soon?
Immediately.
At the moment.
Yes, it's a quickly, immediately, at the moment. Okay, or in a short time. What's the meaning of appeared?
Showed it.
Show.
Showed up.
It showed up, yes, very good. Showed up or started to be seen. You know, seen? The past participle of the verb see started to be seen. يعني بلش يظهر. Or you can say showed up, very good. Showed up because it is in the past. Not one of my windows again. How can I pronounce this one?
Ask.
Okay, don't pronounce it asked. Don't pronounce it like this way. It is asked. Asked. So we have K, after it we have, it's pronounced as T. Okay? So it's not asked, it's asked. I asked. Okay? Oh no. Answered, not answered. 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 Answered the boy. Your window was open this time, and our ball is in your bedroom. May we get it, please? May we get it, please? Okay. When I say may I or may we, it's a polite style of question. Okay. So it's more polite to ask if I say, for example, can I get this, for example, this pen, or could I? Okay, can I or could I? Both of them are similar, but when I say may I, it's more polite, you know. So may we get it, please? It is a polite style, and get here means like to have something, okay, or bring something, you know, bring, like يحضر يجلب. Okay.
Yes.
So let's check your understanding for this text. Can anyone tell us about the main idea of this passage, or like summarize the passage in few words? Yes, who can?
Can I?
Yes, Lubna, go ahead.
The children always play football in the garden, in my garden, and sometimes
In what? In what?
in the garden,
In the garden, yes.
in the and sometimes break my windows. Last Saturday, when I read a book, I heard a sound and get up quickly. I saw a little boy. He said to me, "The ball is in your bedroom. May we get it, please?"
Okay, thank you.
We are welcome.
Okay, who else? Yes, Ru'a.
Yes. The children next door often play football in the garden, so they sometimes break my window. While I was staying at home last Saturday afternoon, a boy came to the door, wanted to get his ball, which is in my bedroom. He didn't break my window because it was open.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, concerning the questions below, is it enough 5 minutes in order to answer them in a form of paragraph? Or you need more than 5 minutes?
Miss,
Yes?
may we the text marks, please?
Sorry?
May we get the test marks?
Okay, so concerning the marks, I will try to send them to you, inshallah, tomorrow. I will try. Okay, because I'm still correcting. Okay, do you have any questions about the text? Do you have any like a new vocabulary or any question? Anything you cannot understand? Okay, so let's move to questions below the text. Let's have like 7 minutes in order to answer them. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So have 7 minutes in order to answer the questions below the text in a form of paragraph. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, who has finished?
I finished.
Yes, who's ready?
Yes,
Yes,
I'm
go
ready.
ahead. Go ahead, Lubna.
The children next door often play football in the garden, and they sometimes break my windows. Last Saturday afternoon, while I read a book, a little boy came to the door. He wants to take a ball, which
He
is
wanted?
wanted
Yes.
wanted to take a ball, which it was in my bedroom. However,
He wanted to take?
to take a ball,
Yes.
which it was in my bedroom. However, he did not break my window because it was open.
However, they didn't break my window because it was open. Very good.
Thank you.
Yes, we have Mahmoud, Wasil, and Rama. Yes, go ahead. One of you.
The children next door often play football in the garden, so they sometimes break my windows. Last Saturday, I spent the afternoon in the house. After I came to the door, after a while, one of the children came to the door and he asked me to give his ball. It entered to my bedroom.
To give
But
his
this
a
time,
ball or to give his ball?
give his ball.
Yes, without a. His ball.
Okay. It entered to my bedroom, but this time he doesn't break my window because it was open.
He didn't break my window because it was open. Because we are
But,
talking about something happened in the
we-
past, right?
But I said this time in the present.
No, this time I'm talking about a period that happened in the past, right?
Okay.
It's not necessarily to have like this day or this time just in the present, right? Because we are talking about something that happened in the past. And the adverb,
Okay,
for example, always, it can be used in the past. Okay, we can say
تمام.
I was always,
Okay.
for example, writing, for example, an article or something. Okay, so we have some adverbs that can be used in different tenses.
تمام أنسي، بس هلا بالنسبة مثلا للترجمة العربية، يعني أنا عم بقول إنه لم يحطموا نافذتي هذه المرة.
Okay, so change it and say that time. Okay, not this time, that time.
يعني doesn't it's false، خطأ.
Yes, because you are talking about one sentence, which is this time, for example, he doesn't break my window because it was open. How you have two parts in the sentence, but they are not parallel. We don't have like balance in these two parts of the sentence. It's incorrect to use two parts in the sentence and each one of them in different tense. Clear? When you have two parts in a sentence, you need to have like balance in a tense, in the tense, okay? When you use in the first part of the sentence present.
balance أنت؟
sorry.
إيش يعني balance؟
يعني التوازن بالأزمنة. يعني when you have present in the first part شقين جملة، تمام؟ بالشق الأول عندك حاضر، فالشق الثاني لازم يكون حاضر. الشق الأول ماضي، لازم الشق الثاني ماضي. لكن نوعية الحاضر أو الماضي ما بيختلف. يعني إذا كان عندي الطرف الأول حاضر، معلش الطرف الثاني يكون حاضر بسيط أو حاضر مستمر أو حاضر تام، ما بيأثر. لكن يكون عندي حاضر وماضي غلط. تمام؟
أوكي تمام.
Okay, so you say, but that time they didn't, for example, or he didn't break my window because it was open. Yes, Rama, go ahead.
The children next door often play football in the garden and sometimes break my windows. While I spent the afternoon at home last Saturday, a little boy appeared and he
While
wanted.
I think most of you have the same issue, which is while I spent in the past, right?
Yes.
Not spend in the present. Spent.
No.
Just change D into T.
Okay.
Yes. While I spent.
Yeah. While I spent the afternoon at home last Saturday, a little boy appeared and he wanted to get our ball, or sorry, his ball,
Yes.
because it was in my bedroom. But in that time, he didn't break my window because it was open.
He didn't break my window because it was open. Very
Yes.
good. Yes, Wasil, go ahead.
The children next door often played football in the garden and sometimes break my window. Last Saturday, I was stayed at home and read a book.
I
But,
was
the little
stayed. This
stayed.
is like common mistakes among students. I don't say I was. For example, I was walked, I was spent, or I was stayed. Okay, this is
I
not
stayed.
tense in English, right? Easier to
Yes.
say I was, for example, I'm talking in general. Easier to say I walked, okay, or I was walking. We don't have tense, which is like combination between past simple and past continuous, which is I was loved, for example, or I was no. So how can we correct it, Wasil?
I stayed.
I stayed. Very good.
I stayed at home and read a book. But the little boy came to the door and he wanted to came to the yes, and he wanted to take ball. And it was in my bedroom. Anyway, he didn't break my window because it was open.
Thank you. Very good, Wasil. Yes, who else? We have Ru'a. Yes, Ru'a.
Yes, the children next door often play football in the garden, so they sometimes break my window. While I was staying at home last Saturday afternoon, a boy came to the door. He wanted.
Okay. Sorry, Ru'a. Did you put comma before a boy?
Yes.
Yes. Very good. Very good. Yes.
A boy came to the door. His ball which is in my bedroom. He didn't break my window
Which is or
because
which
it was
was?
open. Oh,
Which
yes.
was?
I write which is. Yes, which was.
Yes.
Which was in my bedroom. He didn't break my window because it was open.
Because it was open. Very good. Thank you. Yes, anyone else? Yes, Ahmed, go ahead.
That the children next door often play in the garden. They sometimes break the windows. Last Saturday afternoon, I was reading a book. One of the children came to the door. He wanted to get back his ball. The ball was in my bedroom. He did not break the window this time because
Okay, hello again. I think Ahmed was reading before the cut. It was really good, Ahmed. Thank you. Yes, anyone else wanted to read the answer? Okay, thank you. So let's move to the second passage for today. Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. Okay. I just wanted to ask you, have we talked about before the difference between Mr. and Mrs. and Ms.?
Yes, and Ms.
Yes, okay, great. So I will share the screen. Okay, so how can we pronounce this word?
Mr. Sorry, Mrs.
Mr. or Mrs.?
Mrs.
Mrs. Okay, so she's the wife of somebody, right?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Who can read, please?
Yes, I can.
Yes, go ahead.
Mrs. Mills often spends too much money on clothes. She does not need new clothes, but she loves buying them. Yesterday, she saw a beautiful coat in a shop window. She went in and put it on. It was just the right size, but it was very dear. Mrs. Mills didn't have enough money, but she took the coat home and showed it to her husband. He liked it very much, but he didn't like the price.
He liked
His
it or he liked?
He liked,
Liked.
but
Pronounce it as te. Liked.
sorry, but not ما في إيدي like.
No, he the line before the last one, right? He liked.
Yes. He liked it very much. He liked very much, but he didn't like the price. His wife gave him a bill for 20 euro.
20 euro, yes. Thank you so much. Yes, who else? Yes, who's raising the hand? Yes, Ru'a, go ahead.
Yes. Mrs. Mills often spends too much money on clothes. She doesn't need new clothes.
On clothes. Pronounce it as the verb clothes. It's not clothes, it's clothes.
Okay. Mrs. Mills often spends too much money on clothes. She doesn't need new clothes, but she loves buying them. Yesterday, she saw a beautiful coat in a shop window. She went in and put it on. It was just the right size, but it was very dear. Mrs. Mills didn't have enough money, but she took the coat home and showed it to her husband. He liked it very much, but he didn't like the price. His wife gave him a bill for 20 euro.
Yes, his wife gave him a bill for 20 euros. Yes, who else? Yes, Wasil, go ahead.
Mrs. Mills often spends too much money on clothes, but she loves buying them. Yesterday, she saw
No,
a beautiful
Wasil,
coat in a shop window.
it's
She went,
clothes. It's clothes, not clothes. It's pronounced
she
clothes.
does she does not need no new clothes,
Yes.
but she loves buying them. Yesterday, she saw a beautiful coat in a shop window. She went in and put it on. It was just the right size, but it was very dear. Mrs. Mills didn't have enough money, but she took the coat home and showed it to her husband. He liked it. He liked it very much, but he didn't like the price. His wife gave him a bill for 20 euro.
Okay, thank you. Yes, anyone else? Yes, Ahmed, go ahead.
Mrs. Mills often spends too much money on clothes. She does not need new clothes, but she loves buying them. Yesterday, she saw a beautiful coat in a shop window. She went in and put it on. It was just the right size, but it was very dear. Mrs. Mills did not have enough money, but she took the coat home and showed it to her husband. He liked it very much, but he did not like the price. His wife gave him a bill for 20 euro.
Okay, thank you. So, Mrs. Mills often spends too much money on clothes. So please pronounce it as close. You know, the close the window, close the door. Okay, as a verb. So it's a close, not closes. She doesn't need new clothes, but she loves buying them. Yesterday, she saw a beautiful coat in a shop window. She went in. What the meaning of went in?
Enter.
Enter.
Yes, very good, but make it as past, okay? Entered, right? Because it's went, not go.
Yes, okay.
So it's entered with ed and put it on. What the meaning of put it on?
Word it.
Okay, so what does it refer to here?
The coat.
The coat.
Yes, it refers to the coat, right? So what the meaning of put on?
Where? Word.
Yes, very good. So it's word. Sorry, not word, it's were, because in the past. Okay. So it's were, wore, worn, right? Were, wore, worn. So it's were because in the past. How I know that it is in the past? Because I have went and I have and between them. So put here in the past because put is stay the same. Put, right? So put it on. Went in and put it on. Put it on. Okay, we have some student in the waiting room. Yes. Okay, so to put a clothes or like a dress on your body, it means like to put it in your body in order like to try it, right? So it means to wear something. So what is the opposite of this verb? If I need, for example, to make something, or for example clothes or a dress, and not to put it in my body, what's the opposite of this verb?
Take off.
Put
Take off.
Sorry?
Take off.
Take off. Very good. We have put on and the opposite is take off. Okay, take off. To take off something, it means like to stop wearing something. To stop wearing something. So it was just the right size, but it was very dear. What is the meaning of dear here?
Expensive.
Okay, how did you know that the meaning of it? Because you know it dear means when you want to compliment somebody, so you call him or her my dear, right?
Yes, because her husband didn't like the price.
Very good. So you know, so you knew the meaning from the context, right? You know the context, السياق.
Yes.
Okay, so very good, thank you. So dear means here expensive. Okay, I think it's new for you because dear means like somebody you love, so you call him or her my dear, right? But dear here has different meaning, which is expensive. Okay, so it was very dear, it means it was very expensive. Mrs. Mills didn't have enough money, but she took the coat home and showed it to her husband. He liked it very much, but he didn't like the price. Okay, his wife gave him a bill for 20 euros. Okay, what's the meaning of a bill?
A piece of paper which written on the price for all things we are buying.
Okay, thank you. So it's a written list showing the price of something that you have bought. Okay, thank you so much. So it is like it's a request for payment. It's a request for payment, and it's like a written list that show the price of something. Okay, do you have any question concerning the text, or do you have any vocabulary you need me to explain?
No, it's clear.
Okay, so let's check your understanding. Who can please give me the main idea of the text in few words? Or what did you understand from this text?
Yes, I can.
Yes, Rama, go ahead.
Mrs. Mills or loves shopping, and she buying everything he like it, and spend a lot of money, and spend a lot of money. And last time she entered to shops and trying the coat, and she liked it, but the price it was very expensive, but he bought, or
She bought, because here we're talking about women, right?
Yes, that's right. She bought it, and after he went to home, she showed to her husband, and he shocked or surprised about the price of this coat.
He got shocked, or he was shocked?
Yes, he was shocked.
Okay, why was he shocked?
Because it was very expensive.
Or very what? What the word that we learned today?
Dear.
Very dear. Very good. Okay,
Yes.
thank you, Rama. That was interesting. But I have one point, which is I don't say I entered to the room, or I entered to the shop, for example. No, we don't use to. Okay, in Arabic I say أدخل إلى الغرفة, but in English we don't say entered to. We just say entered the room or entered the shop. We don't need any preposition.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Rama. Yes, who else?
Yes, me.
Yes, Ra, go ahead.
The main idea is about spending money on clothes,
Yes.
even she need it or not. Spending
Yes.
a lot of money on clothes.
Okay, thank you. So this is the main idea of the passage. So who was spending a lot of money on clothes?
Mrs. Mills.
Mrs. Mills. So what did she buy?
She bought a coat.
Yes, was it expensive or cheap?
It was very expensive.
Okay, and what happened after she bought this coat?
She showed it to her husband.
Yes.
And he didn't like the price.
Okay, thank you. Very good, Roa. Yes, who else?
Yes.
Yes, Ala. Yes, go ahead.
Mrs. often spend too much money on clothes. She does not need new clothes. Yesterday she saw a beautiful cat. It was just the right size. She took the cat home.
آلاء, the coat. It's
coat,
coat. Yes.
home and showed it to her husband.
And showed it.
Showed it. He liked it very much, but he did not like the price. His wife gave him a bill for 20.
A bill.
A bill. $20.
Yes, thank you. Good, Ala, thank you. Okay, so let's move to the questions below the text. Please, as usual, answer them in a form of paragraph. I will share the screen again. Okay, have 5 minutes. Okay, in order to answer this question in a form of paragraph, but please pay attention to using linking words in order to link the answers. Okay. Yes. So go ahead. Yes, who's ready?
Yes, I
Yes,
am
go
ready.
ahead, Rama.
Mrs. Mills often wastes money on clothes. For example, yesterday she saw a beautiful coat in a shop window. For luck, it was the right size. The right size. Although she didn't have enough money, but she took the coat home and she wanted her husband to buy for it. But he didn't like the price because it was very dear, 20 euro.
Okay, so concerning the word also, when I use although, thank you very much, Rama, for this idea, because it's like a common mistake among people, among students. When I say although, okay, in the first part of a sentence, we don't need but in the second part of a sentence. Okay, if I say, for example, although she didn't have enough money, we don't say but she
Yes.
took it home. We just say she took it home. In Arabic we say على الرغم لكن.
Mhm,
على الرغم
mhm.
من أنها لا تملك مال لكنها مثلا اشترت. In English we don't say that. Okay, when we say although, we don't need but at all.
Okay, thank you very much for this notice.
Okay, thank you, Rama.
You're welcome.
What are the linking words that you used? I
For
think you
example,
used, for example, yes.
yes. Can I consider for luck the linking word?
Which one?
For luck,
For luck?
لحسن الحظ.
Oh,
Mm.
okay. Yes, if you put it like for luck, we say luckily or like
Okay.
fortunately, right?
Mhm, mhm. Although, and because.
Although and because. Yes, very good. Okay, who else? Yes, Mahmoud, go ahead.
Miss Mills often wastes too much money on clothes. Yesterday, she saw a beautiful.
Often wastes. Often wastes. You need to add s, singular s, right?
Oh, okay. Yesterday, she saw a beautiful right size coat in a shop window. Although it was very expensive, but she took it home and showed it to her husband. After that, she paid to her husband, but he didn't like the price because it cost 20 euro.
Okay, can you repeat the two last answers? The last two answers?
After that, she paid to her husband, but he didn't
Shubei?
like the price.
What do you mean by shibei?
دفعت. السؤال
Okay,
الخامس.
did she pay for it, or her husband did?
He paid. نعم. Okay. In the past. I'm sorry.
No. Who the person who paid for the coat? Is she or her husband?
Her husband.
Yes, so why did you say she paid for?
He. After that, he
Okay.
paid to her husband, but he didn't like the price because it cost.
He paid to her husband?
No,
So can you
he paid.
reread the? Yes.
Yes, I read.
بصراحة أنا هذا آخر سؤال ما فهمته على السوا، ما عرفت جاوب عليه على السوا.
Whom did she want to pay for it? This one?
نعم. Yes.
Okay, so whom we're asking about the object.
يعني
Okay.
لمن؟
Yes, لمن أرادت أن تدفع للمعطف أو من أرادت، فينا نترجمة من. But we're asking about the object، مفعول به.
بس ما موجود يعني إنه بالنص لمين هي رادت تدفع.
Okay, in the text it's mentioned that there was a bill. Okay, and she didn't have enough money, so the bill, it's like a sign for a husband in order to pay, right? So we can say the husband, for example, her husband wanted to pay for it, although, for example, he didn't like the price. Okay, but we're asking here about she's not responsible for paying the price or paying the price of the coat. Rather, who's the responsible to pay for it is the husband. Yes.
بس كلمة بيل أنا هلا ما عرفت إيش المعنى الحرفي إلها.
Yes, bill, it's like a written list which shows like the price of something. Okay, يعني فاتورة.
أوكي.
Okay, Ru'a, go ahead.
Often wastes money on clothes. Yesterday, she saw a beautiful coat in a shop window, and it was just her size. So she took the coat home, and she asked her husband to pay for it. But he didn't like the price because it cost about 20 euros.
It cost about 20 euros. Yes, very good. Thank you. Yes, who else? Yes, Lubna, go ahead. Lubna and then Ahmed. Okay, because we are running out of the time. We still have only 2 minutes. Yes.
Males often waste money on clothes. So
on
yesterday,
clothes.
So yesterday she saw a beautiful coat in a shop window, which it was just the right size. Miss Mills took the coat home. However, her husband paid for it. He did not like the price because it was the coat was expensive and cost 20 euros.
And it cost 20 euros. Okay, thank you, Lubna. Yes, Ahmed. Ahmed Rai, I think, is raising behind. Yes.
Mrs. Mills often wastes money on clothes. Yesterday, she saw a beautiful coat in a shop window. It fit her perfectly. She took the coat with her to her home and gave the bill to her husband. He did not like the price. It was 20 euros.
It was 20 euros. Okay, thank you so much, Ahmed. Thank you, all of you. You did very well. Okay, do you have any questions? We only have 1 minute.
No, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, and take care. See you inshallah next lecture. Goodbye.
Goodbye.